Yeah, let's move on.
yeah.
Tope,
Bruh,
you want to talk about the 1975?
Album of the year. What? Oh, that album
that one,
is
Chief.
amazing.
I'm out.
Stop it. That is genuinely.
Shall I give my spiel just because?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I've
I've only given this one lesson, but I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, go for it. Pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed, and also I feel like they went a bit more of a softer acoustic route on this tape, which is like, yeah, it's I enjoyed it. I'll give it some more listens, but I enjoyed it I really enjoyed it on first test. That first track, is it called?
The 1975.
That's a really good tape. That's a really good.
That
track.
for me is, I think it's the best album they've ever dropped.
Wait, better than the one with like Chocolate, The City.
Yeah, so that's the self-titled tape, the first one back in like 2014.
Oh, bro, that one is.
But there's been a better album since that.
You think?
I think so. They dropped Notes on a Conditional Form like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So that was like.
I heard one of the albums was a dead thing, fam.
Which one?
That one that had the 1975 but in pink.
You know what?
The one with the sound.
The one with the sound.
I like the sound though.
Oh, that's a weird name. It's like I Like You When You're Asleep.
Yeah,
you are so beautiful yet so unaware. That had bangers. That had absolute bangers. Like the sound. Paris was really good. It had nice somber ones like Nana.
There's another one.
What? Another album?
No, it's like it's got a really funky.
Love Me.
Yeah, no.
Love Me. She's American.
Yeah.
That's a tune.
The guitar.
You know what?
The one with the sound.
The one with the sound.
I like the sound though.
Oh, that's a weird name. It's like I Like You When You're Asleep.
Yeah,
you are so beautiful yet so unaware. That had bangers. That had absolute bangers. Like the sound. Paris was really good. It had nice somber ones like Nana.
There's another one.
What? Another album?
No, it's like it's got a really funky.
Love Me.
Yeah, no.
Love Me. She's American. That's a tune.
The guitar riff on that.
No, that album, I can see why people would say it sucked. I thought it sucked at the time, and then I re-listened to it a couple years back, or like 2 years ago, and I was like, no, this is actually much better than I was just so used to the original album, like the self-titled album, that I wasn't giving.
I'm not gonna lie, that
chance.
original. Listen, I remember because you know who it was that actually told me about the 90s? Were you informed at that time?
Yeah, I know who it was.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing is, she was like, I discovered this band. no, but hear me out. I just thought, the thing is, like, I was just
edit.
Yeah.
Is that how you give yourself notes?
No, I'm just reminding you.
I'm not gonna lie, considering the person who it was, I didn't expect to like it. Like, I don't know. I just thought I'll be.
But there were a lot of fans of the 1975.
Yeah. And then, bro,
especially that album when we were in Bishop still.
The first tune I heard, Chocolate.
Yeah.
That is an amazing song.
Yeah,
And
I think there's so much better songs on that than Chocolate.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's my least favorite, but just because it's the most. Obviously, you know, when you're a fan of something, the most well-known thing is something.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know, I knew 1975. I knew from Chocolate.
Yeah.
I also knew that they were actual band, like a big band. Like
Yeah.
they were one-hit wonder.
You thought they were one hit wonder?
I didn't know.
Oh, fair.
And
Yeah.
then
For me,
because they were on the Travis Scott album.
Oh yeah, I've heard that song once or twice. Yeah.
There was just this sample from one of their songs.
Yeah.
But they were
I
listed
remember.
as credited with Big Sean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
They were in the
read
video as well. I swear.
They weren't.
Was there not a video?
There was a video, but I don't think 1975 were in it.
Really?
It was just him and Big Sean.
Oh man, I thought Matt Healy was in it.
Oh, maybe it was.
I would have thought so. Yeah, what are you saying, man?
I'm definitely gonna revisit that tape because I'm looking at the tunes that were on it and I love them all. The City, Girls,
Yeah, they're
Heart
good.
Out, Milk.
I think my favorite song is called Menswear, and it's short. I hate how short it is.
Yeah.
It's like a minute and a bit of just like the beat building up, and then it's 2 really short verses.
Yeah.
And for me, like he's spitting, bruv.
For me, and then like Settle Down, She Way Out.
Yeah.
And then have you heard Antichrist?
I don't know if that was on the
It's
album.
an EP. It's off the EP.
Yeah. I haven't heard.
And then
any
have you
of
heard
the EP stuff.
You? And You is a
I don't think I've
beautiful.
heard You.
Bro, you gotta listen.
Maybe.
It's a beautiful song. Sex as well. Have you heard Sex?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was because that was on the EP.
I've heard Sex.
Yeah, this is how it starts.
Yeah!
Come on, bro. Of course I heard it.
Yeah!
No, that was
Is that how you men start? I'm a bit more smooth. I ain't that smooth. A bit more of a,
That's the opening lyric.
bit more of a grunt on myself. You know what I mean?
But going back to this album,
I was surprised. Like, I
being
think
funny in a foreign language.
Yeah.
The rollout for me
on.
was incredible.
I wasn't in touch with it, so you go for it. You tell me.
I remember I was like waiting for ages, to be honest, because I knew it'd been a while since they dropped their last album.
Yeah.
And then they come back to Twitter, and then
when
they,
I don't know why I said
they released Part of the Band, like months, maybe like a month and a half ago, and then they released Happiness, and then they released I'm in Love with You.
Oh, do you mean the rollout is in
like
the track?
The track, yeah, dropping tracks.
I thought you meant like the promotion, like the marketing.
I didn't see. I mean, I followed the promotion a lot, just on Twitter and Instagram, because like I was eagerly awaiting it. But I mean, I didn't like. They did interviews and stuff like that. I didn't really watch any of the interviews, but I was like waiting for tracks to drop, and
they from up north?
Manchester, I think. I don't know if you know her. Do you know Denise Welch? She's a UK celebrity. Like, she's on what's Our Loose Women? Is it Loose Women?
Yeah.
What's the American one called? Well, she's the woman from Loose Women. I think she was also in Waterloo Road as well. She was one of the teachers.
Really
I'll show you a picture
really
now.
Familiar.
But she's the lead singer's mum, which I found really. I was not expecting. I can't even get the.
Matt
fuck.
Healy?
Yeah, Matt Healy. She's Matt
Healy's
mum.
mum. Wait, show me.
Sorry, I just fucking clicked off it. Anyway, wait for it to load up, and then I think.
What?
Yes, exactly. That's Matt Healy's mum. Yeah, swear down. Yeah, and his dad's called Tim Healy. I think he was in Benidorm. He was like, I don't know if you know Les. It's like some old man. He was called Les, and then he transitioned into Leslie. There's some videos of it on Twitter. Anyway, so the four tracks dropped. Oh, sorry, 4 tracks dropped. And I was like, oh, that's crazy, because this is an 11-track album.
Good, right?
This is an 11-track album. Am I going to get, like, bored of the album before I listen to it? And they dropped so late. Like, the album dropped 2 weeks ago. I think the first of the 4 tracks...
I remember my Twitter, like, hyping up about
it. The first of the 4 tracks probably dropped, like, a month and a half before the album dropped. And I listened to Part of the Band, and I was like... oh, this album's gonna blow. Like, this is a great song. And then I listened to Happiness next, and I was like, forget Part of the Bad, bruv. That's old news. This is the one. And it kept going when I listened to I'm in Love with You. I didn't listen to the 4th one because I was like, I wanna wait. Let me wait so I can hear like 8 new tracks. And I was not disappointed. 11 tracks. They cut out all the unnecessary stuff that they've been doing on their last... all their other albums are long, fluff. Good, but for me, fluff. Like, the last album was about 22 tracks. I like the 1975. I listen to them all the time, but that's long. 11 tracks, everything works. It's all wrapped in a nice, neat bow. It flows together thematically. It's nice. It's all like different types of love. I'm a big fan.
And the thing is, it went down a softer route than I anticipated.
Yeah.
I think because I don't know. 1975 to me have like, even though they are indie, like they've got a bit more. I don't know, like bit of bounce, bit of energy.
Yeah, they're like pop rock, indie rock.
But this album was a bit soft. But I liked it. I liked it.
It was
like,
a lot.
It was nice.
It was very different. I mean, they always follow themes. I mean, first album was like very heavy kind of, well, not heavy rock, but heavy on the pop rock kind of aspect with like Sex and Chocolate and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then the second album was like a lot softer. But then you had your hits like The Sound and She's American and then I don't even remember the third album. I don't remember.
Is that the one that dropped 2 years ago?
No, it dropped like 4. It had 2 Time on it. I think it's called. I don't remember what it's called. And then Notes on a Conditional Form was a more techie kind of sounding album. It had like some screamer stuff on it. But this one was nice. I heard they got, you know who Jack Antonoff is, right?
I have no idea, bro.
He's like I think he's like a producer or something that works heavily with Taylor Swift. Okay. He was like heavily involved in this album. And that's why they say like a lot of the, it's a lot more streamlined and polished than all the other albums would be. But, mate, 11 songs. And like you say, it's a big departure. For me, it feels like it's still the 1975.
Yeah.
Like.
But that's natural for you because you've listened to them. Like, I'll be honest, other than that, the stuff from the 1975, as well as a bit of stuff from, like, with Sound.
The next album.
Love Me.
Yeah. Going through the track list, like, the first track, the 1975, it's the first time I've listened, because all their albums start with a self-titled track. All their albums begin with the 1975.
Isn't that confusing? And also there's a self-titled album, right?
Yeah, the first one's a self-titled album. If you see my playlist, there's just like 5 the 1975 back to back. But this is the first one that I've heard that I'm like, oh, it's not just filler garbage.
No, it's really good.
It's
a really good track.
It is good. I liked all the lyrics on it. And then I'm going through the album list now. Wintering. She was down the street. Banger.
What was the track where you talked about getting cancelled?
Oh, that was the last album, When We Are Together.
No. Today, on this one he talked about. I got cancelled.
It's the last track. It's called When We Are Together.
Yeah, he's like, I got cancelled.
Be racist and you're some type of slag or something.
Yeah.
Human 2 was it About You? I think it was About You. That had like beginning lines from old songs playing into it. So that's what made me feel really familiar with the album. I was like, okay, it's nice callbacks to stuff that I've heard before. Part of the band, like Looking for Somebody to Love, that's my favorite out. That might be my favorite song. It's like it reminds me of Pumped Up Kids, the subject matter.
Pumped Up Kids.
If you listen to the subject matter of looking for somebody to love, he's like somebody laying on the floor, somebody crying on the floor, somebody laying in the field or something like that. And he's talking about how he's like shot up people at Pumped Up Kicks. No one really knew what
I didn't know it was about guns.
Exactly.
I had no idea, bro.
That's the same feeling that I didn't know this track was like had this subject matter until someone said it on Twitter, and I listened back and I looked at the lyrics. I was like, oh god damn, he's killing people. But I really enjoyed the track nonetheless. I think it was the best track on the album. But then again, I don't think there's a bad track on the album because it's 11 tracks.
It's very concise.
Yeah, very cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Like, sure, I'm not getting an extra 10 tracks that I'd love to hear from them. But at the same time, I don't think a day's gone by since the album dropped that I have not heard it, that I have not listened to it. At least half of it.
I think I'm definitely going to revisit. It was a really nice decision.
It's my favorite, probably my favorite album for the last 5 years, man.
Fucking
10 out of 10, bruv.
Wow, that's
I'm not even joking.
High praise. Are we going to do Song of the Week pod?